Hey, how you doing, world? My name is Che, the owner of ABC Towing and Transport, and I want to introduce to you the first and one and only tow company mastery course. Towing is an $8 billion industry, and I want to show you how you can make some of that money. So let's get started. With this course, we're going to show you how you can get started with no money down and no credit. That's right, I said it. No money down and no credit. I'm going to show you how you can scale the business and eventually own a tow truck just like this one I have behind me, or own a fleet of tow trucks just like I got. And hey, who does not want to own a fleet of tow trucks? I'm going to show you dispatching. I'm going to show you the difference between a flatbed and a snatch truck. I'm going to show you how you can get started using other people's trucks and start making money right now. That's right, using other people's trucks and start making money right now. So what that means is you do not have to know how to drive a tow truck to own a tow company. So if you want to get started and become the king of tows in your city, this is the course for you.
I'm on a whole nother little wave. I'm all about doing this shit for myself. I'm on a whole nother little wave. I can't be dependent on nobody else. I put a hole in a pussy nigga for playing with me. Better play with yourself. I'm on
a Hustler's Mindset podcast.
What's up, world? In my hustler community, it's your boy, I am Che, and I want to welcome you back to a Hustler's Mindset, home of the hustlers, where we teach you how to get more money, more money, more. Yeah, we got a special show for you today. We got somebody coming in, but before we even go into that, I want to talk to you a little bit for a second. I want to talk to you about jobs and having your own stuff going on. You know, I don't never advertise for nobody to quit their job or anything like that, but you do not want to give someone that much control over you. If they have the power to feed you, they have the power to starve you, if you know what I'm saying. So with that said, I want to say we always got to keep something else going on. You know, I know we work hard at our jobs, but when you go home, you got to work even harder on your business, because that's what it's about. You know, at a hustler's mindset, we talk about the hustle, the grind, the grit of it all. You know, sometimes we're going to be tired, but you got to do what you got to do for your family. You know, me personally, I got a little bit of everything going on. But before I even go into that right there, I want to talk to y'all a little bit about who I do this for. I do this for the people that come from the same place that I come from. I do it for everybody, but there's a lot of people out there that got the wrong mindset when it comes to hustling. You know, they think hustling is doing something illegal. It's not about that. You want to make sure you always doing something that's legitimate. You don't want to get yourself in trouble. You know, it was a time when I had the wrong mindset. I had to readjust myself. Let me say that again. I had to readjust myself because, yeah, I almost ended up somewhere that I didn't want to be, facing 20 to life for getting too much money. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, I had to readjust my mindset. I had to get a mentor. I had to follow their lead. I had to follow the blueprint. And now here I am today, still here. You know, but it's a lot of my friends and family that's not and still going through it, you know. So I do this for them. I do this to show them it's another way. I want to give a shout out while I'm speaking to my uncle Shamey. Just came home, did 40 years. You know, I do this for him. Yeah. And I do this for everybody else in the community. You know, it's about teaching, it's about learning. Remember, I'm not an expert at anything. I don't want to be an expert. Now I am a leader, but I'm a student first because that's what it's about, So yeah, I do this for y'all. So every episode I'm gonna bring somebody in. It's not always gonna be somebody that's making all the money, somebody that's way up on a pedestal, but it's about bringing people up with you. There's a lot of business owners out here and a lot of entrepreneurs doing their things as well that I want to shine the light on. So, it's about them too. Yeah. So with that said, let me talk to you little bit about something that I got coming, which is the tow company mastery course. A lot of y'all don't know I own a tow company. I started off, driving for a local company. Then I went to another company, learned some more, but I just started watching how the company operates. Well, before I even go into that, I started off as a dispatcher. Then I got into the towing. But when I was a dispatcher, I got the opportunity to see the ins and outs of how the company worked. Then once I started seeing how much money they were making daily, weekly, and monthly, I'm like, man, this is something I can do right here, But again, I was still new to it, so I just stuck with it, learned the ins and outs of it. Then after that, I ended up driving, had a friend teach me how to drive. Yeah, what I thought I was driving at that time, till I got with another company, and, they taught me a whole lot more, some of the best guys, over there, I don't want to promote the company, but the guys know exactly who I'm talking about. They taught me everything about towing because I wanted to know everything about it, so when I go into it, I knew what I was doing. I knew everything that was going on. But I got a tow company mastery course coming out. It'll be coming out in October. It's going to show you how you can get started with no money down and no credit. See, it's very important. A lot of us start businesses or can't start a business because we don't have the money or the income to invest in ourselves. I want to take away that excuse. So I'm giving you the game raw. There's ways you can get started without having to pay any money, without having to get any credit. Right. I'm not saying not to do those things because, you got to get your credit right. And eventually when you start making money, you want to invest in your company to make it much better. So with that said, the tow company mastery course is coming. It come out in October, and I'm going to be bringing that to you so you guys can check that out, see what it's about. If you're interested in getting in the tow business, it's going to have everything in it that you need to know. A lot of people going to ask me, oh, yeah, but do I need to know how to tow? No, you don't. That's just what I chose to do. That's why it's called the Tow Company Mastery Course. It's showing you how to run a tow company efficiently and make a profit at it. Yes. Also got the Hustler's Mindset book that's dropping in October. Because we got to have the right mindset to take on anything. You don't want to go into something with an employee mindset. You want to go in something with the right mindset, and you want to go hard at it because that's what it's about. So with that said, I'll be letting y'all know when that's coming out, and keep you updated on that. Also, I want to let you know, I got the one-of-one apparel line with my one-of-one family. Lo, he's going to be coming through real soon. Show the clothing line. He's the CEO of that. One-of-one is a whole family. It's a bunch of us. We got artists, the clothing line. We got one-of-one films coming out. Oh, I forgot, Hustler's Ambition, the series is coming out, and that's where you'll get to see everything that's going on with us and everybody that's doing their thing, so y'all look out for that as well, but yeah, that's what it's all about. It's about staying focused on what you're trying to do and making it happen for yourself. I don't believe in doing nothing halfway or part-time. If you're going to do it, I feel like you should do it all the way and go hard at it, you know. Yeah, because see, if you're trying to see results, that's what it's about. You know, a lot of times we start stuff and we tend not to finish it. That's not a good thing, you know. If we start something, we want to see it through. You never know how close you are to getting to where you need to be. So see it through. Make a plan. You know what the saying is, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. You know, and you got to make a plan. You got to write it down. You got to visualize it. You got to see it. Put it on the board. Start Xing stuff off as you go through. You know, because if not, then you just waking up every day, winging it, scrambling, don't know what you need to do. You know, that's not the way to go about it. You want to make a plan and execute on it. You know, so with that said, you know, everybody that want to lock in with me and find out how to go about doing certain things, you can always DM me on Instagram anytime. I have no problem with that. You know, I'm part of Make Wealth Real. You know, I can show you a lot of stuff, you know, and put you with the experts and, you know, get your credit right and everything else, because that's what it's about. You know, when you got your credit right, it makes everything much more smoother, you know, versus trying to pay cash for everything. And, you know, that's not really what you want to do. You know, you want to keep your cash and use that for whatever else you need to use it for. You know, yeah, it's about, you know, leveraging other people's money. And when I mean by other people's money, I mean the bank, you know, the bank and credit unions and stuff like that. You know, it's a lot of knowledge that you can learn from just being in the right circle. But that's what I'm saying. You got to be in the right circle. You know, a lot of times we in the hood and can't learn nothing in the neighborhood. You know, you got guys, they can't teach you about credit. They can't teach you how to get a house at a low interest rate. They can't teach you how to turn credit into cash. You know, you're going to be around and you're going to learn all the wrong stuff to do. And a lot of times, even if you ain't doing stuff, the heat can still come to you just from being around people, you know. A lot of y'all don't know, I was indicted before by the feds, you know, and no, that case was not mine. But just by being around the wrong people, the case became mine. And at that point, you got to fight your way out, you know. And what I mean by that is, you know, they could be watching your buddy, or he done did something that he got himself caught up on. Now they're going to start watching his circle. And when they start watching the circle, they're going to put their own pieces to the bus puzzle. And it necessarily ain't got to be true. None of it can be true. But they going to make it true. So it's down now. It's up to you to try and fight your way out of it, you know, and get your lawyers and all that. And I'm going to tell you right now, when the feds is involved, there is about an 85 to 90% conviction rate, something like that, you know. So it's not easy as you think it is. So, you know, it's about just doing the right thing, y'all, and staying focused out here and finding something that you want to do. Find a person that's already doing what you want to do and follow what they doing, you know, and it's called on-the-job training. So with that said, you know, you really gotta, how can I say it? You really gotta be careful about the way you moving out here, because you know it's already hard on us, you know, and stuff that you doing out here can make it even harder, you know. Yeah, I want to give a shout out to my mentor, somebody that works with me, taught me a lot of stuff, you know, and continues to teach me, you know, and that's the real estate OG, Kenny Russian. You know, that's my guy, you know. So with that being said, you know, we gonna move forward. You know, today I want to bring in somebody special, you know, I had the privilege of knowing her for a while now. She like family, but she's doing her thing. She got Cre8 Apparel. She got a Cre8 printing shop and a lot of other things that she got going on for herself, and it's about bringing people up with you, as I was talking to y'all before. So I want to introduce y'all to Sade, a.k.a. Ben's Coupe. She locked in with us today on the Hustler's Mindset, and I'm going to let her introduce herself. How you doing, Sade? You made it on in, huh?
I made it on in, man. Thank y'all for waiting on me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, you good to go. You good to go. Traffic in Atlanta is terrible. Getting on that highway, you never know.
No.
The GPS might say one thing, you look up, you on there a whole hour.
Exactly.
Yeah, So, Sade, I was just talking to everybody before you came in a little bit about what I got going on and my background and, what this show is all about, But now that you're here, I want to talk about you and what you got going on, because you're doing a lot of positive things out here. You've been going hard at it for a minute. First, before we even go into the Cre8 Apparel, I know you got a passion for it. I've seen some of your artwork before. You're a real talented person, So what's your mindset when it comes to creating clothes and the way you go about it?
I mean, my mindset when it comes to creating clothes is really just going at things with an open mind. There's really no limit to creation and stuff like that. You can't really put it in a box. So when you making something, especially when it comes to clothes, you always want to keep an open mind. You never know what somebody else is doing. Really, it shouldn't matter. However, you always want to stay ahead of what's going on. So, and then you always want to stay original to yourself. So, you know what I mean? The best thing about creating something from scratch and stuff like that is that you always doing something that feels good and that comes from you, and as long as that feeling comes with anything that you make or you create, you're going to feel good no matter what.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. But, I've seen a lot of people make clothes and, they go to a print shop and they just throw something on there, come up with something, a saying or something they seen. But I think a lot of the stuff that you do, you actually designing, right?
Yeah, I'm designing. I mean, I started in a print shop. I actually went and I basically had an idea to start a business in general. And I came up and I said, well, what business can I start that's not going to generate or cost me a lot of money? I wrote down a bunch of stuff and I came up with a printing business. And what happened was I interviewed, there's a business program out here in Atlanta. It's called SCORE. It's a free program, but a bunch of retired business professionals. And you can go there and they'll teach you how to write a business plan, or they have other free seminars and stuff like that. Some of their seminars cost, not everyone is free. But they'll teach you how to write a business plan. So I went to the seminar, wrote a business plan, and then they set me up with a dude that was the CFO of Cisco. So they believe in getting you with mentors, you know what I mean, and putting you in a mindset with people that's going to get you where you need to be. So I met with him, and he basically told me, like, okay, you got a good idea with a print company here, because that's what I wanted to start. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, but you don't have a niche. Everybody got a print company. What's different? So I stopped. And what happened was I was actually going to do something and pick something up, and I met somebody at a print shop. And I went in there. I was like, we going to meet at a print shop? So I got real excited. I'm like, you think they'll let me talk to him real quick? So I talked to him, and I was like, hey, will y'all let me come up here every day? And will y'all let me learn how to do this stuff? You know what I'm saying? And they taught me how to do printing. You know me before when I was doing art. So I always used to draw and design and stuff like that. So to be able to take my stuff from like paper and then put it into something that was graphic and digital, and then make it and then put it on a shirt and make it physical, you know what I'm saying? That was something that made it real for me. So me doing that was just big. So I wanted to take all of that, take it in, and really just like learn and do the best that I could with it. We did not start making clothes to make clothes. We started Cre8 to print. We just put Cre8 on the shirt, and what happened was everybody wanted a shirt. So then it was like, oh snap, okay, we can match that with the colors. Boom, colors with your shoes. Boom. Then it's, oh snap, we we getting a brand now. Now we developing that, and I had to teach myself how to do that on the fly.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And it developed into that, and it's like, okay, now we making clothes. So if we gonna make the clothes, we gonna make good clothes. And I use the talents that I learned from my printing skills and stuff like that to make quality clothing. You know what I'm saying? And do stuff, not just what everybody's doing. Everybody wants a brand, you know what I mean? But I wanted to do something where we can make quality clothes and something that's different from wherever. We can mix media, we can do something and teach people what they, I guess, about printing in general.
Got you. So with that said, you still have the printing shop, right?
Yeah, it came back around full circle. We ended up coming back and being able to actually print, you know, so doing that on a bigger scale and a fuller scale now. At first we were just doing the clothing. Now we're doing stuff like stickers, keychains, pins. We can do more stuff than just clothes. We can do vinyl stickers. We can do a lot of stuff now. So it's kind of expanded into a different market, which is cool.
Got you. And I want to go back to what she was saying a while ago, because she wasn't in the room when I was originally talking and rambling on about myself and stuff. But she brought up something that I just was speaking about before she even entered the room, because that's what it's about. She said she had a plan. She wrote it out. Remember, a plan, and write it out, because if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Then she got with a mentor that guided her where she needed to be. I was just talking to them about that before you came. So I just wanted to, bring that back up, because that's very important. A lot of us, just jump into stuff and don't know which way to go and end up making mistakes that you don't even have to make. You get what I'm saying? It's better to learn from the mistakes of others. But let me bag it up again, because you're originally not from Atlanta. You're from Philly, am I correct? Mm-hmm. All right. Tell us a little bit about your story,
Okay. Well, I'm from Philadelphia originally. Grew up there, but majority grew up in Delaware. And then I also moved around. My parents were divorced, so I moved around a lot. I moved to Maryland. I've also lived in Jersey. So I've lived all around the East Coast. I came down to Atlanta for school. I went to Clark Atlanta University. So I came down here in 2004, and basically I loved it down here, and I didn't end up leaving. So I stayed till about 2008. I moved home for about a year back to Philly, just to help the family and to kind of get myself together. Then I ended up coming back, and then I had to leave again to help with my grandmother and in D.C. So I went to go do that, and then I came back again.
That's beautiful. She's back. Matter of fact, Sade was actually was the first one that actually introduced me to Meek Mill. I hadn't heard Meek Mill till I heard her playing it. You know what I'm saying? But I've been playing him ever since.
He's on that Flamers volume too.
Exactly. But what else do you got going on? I know you do some stuff with the mobile bartending. You got a lot of things going on. Let the people know about it, because a lot of times we think we can only do one thing, but I feel like it's about balancing your time out and just having everything wrote out and having a plan and just executing what you need to do. So tell us a little bit about that.
Definitely. The next thing I'm trying to do, well, of course I have Cre8 as a brand, you know what I'm saying, and I have the print company and stuff. But the next few things, having a brand has enabled me to have other brands that I want to bring out into the forefront, because I learned from having this first one what I want to do with some different ones. So I have one that's geared towards food and beverage. I do bartending. I'm a bartender, a craft bartender, and I enjoy it a lot. So I also want to do something specific in that area, like with food and beverage. But there's going to be a brand specifically that's geared towards that. That just talks about people that's in the industry and the things that we like, that has the lingo of the food and beverage industry, and maybe shining some light on that. Going to different bars that's in the cities and stuff like that, talking about, putting a spotlight on them and the people that work there. The service industry is not like a forgotten industry, but it's an industry that people don't pay a lot of attention to. But it's an industry that people make sure that, you can eat, and they make sure that they get you what you need, and a lot of people don't realize that they don't get what they need sometimes. And they sacrifice a lot to make sure people get, burger, fries, wings, or whatever you want to call your food. You know what I'm saying? So just something that's geared towards that and shining a light on that, and maybe putting some spotlights on some restaurants and some good places to go get some good food. I'm a foodie. I like to eat.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. So that's one thing. And then another thing will probably be with is mobile bartending, virtual bartending, teaching people how to bartend and stuff like that. I actually went to bartending school. I put myself through that to kind of get extra bread so I could fund my brand and stuff like that. A lot of people feel like, they tell you to hustle and everything like that, and that's cool, but having a job is cool too, to hustle, to get what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? To get your capital up. You can't have a brand without a capital. You can't do things without capital.
Exactly.
So building that first and then kind of moving forward is good. Now, I done tried it all ways. I done tried it by no money and tried to go out on my own. That did not work.
Exactly. And so, no, because you're saying a lot of valuable stuff
work.
that I was just speaking about, and I was just saying before you came in, it's nothing wrong with having a job, but you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, because
Right.
if somebody had the power to feed you, they got the power to starve you.
Exactly.
So even though you got a job, you want to work on your own stuff as well, go even harder on that, so eventually you can fire the job and not the other way around. So you're saying a lot of stuff that I was just talking about, because it's actual facts, and you got to go about it. But the service industry is real big in Atlanta.
Man, listen.
A lot of money.
There's a lot of money out there in
Yeah.
the service industry. So to touch on that and to be able to have a brand that can relate to people, that can understand what we're talking about, I think it'll be a big thing. And then I also have a brand geared towards like business and entrepreneurship. It's called BAE. Stand for Business and Entrepreneurship.
I like that.
So it's gonna be, just something cool. And also expanding just on the printing. We also do photography and videography and stuff like that as well. My cousin, he did a lot of my photography, Suave. I know you familiar with him.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So just expanding on that and just kind of doing all aspects of the brand. And of course, there's other things that I want to venture into, investments and stuff like that. I'm real big on financial literacy. I'm real big on learning stuff about not only just getting money to fund your business, but maybe not using your own money to fund your business.
She keep bringing up everything that I was talking about. Exactly what I was just talking about. You see what I'm saying, guys? That's what it's about. Other people's money. Get your credit right. Go to the bank.
Yeah.
Go get that money and know how to flip it and keep repeating the cycle. You get what I'm saying? But, right now, I can go in deep on that, but I'm going to keep it about you right now. So let me ask you, Cre8 Apparel, when what do you visualize Cre8 Apparel going to? And when people see Cre8 Apparel, what do you want them to see?
Well, I visualize Cre8 Apparel being not just an apparel company. I want it to be a brand within itself. So another aspect of it that I want to bring into the forefront is like maybe making a creative directory for people. So, in Atlanta, it's a lot of people who want to film, do things that have a lot of things to do with creativity. So if they're looking for people, whether it be a photographer, a graphic designer, or something like that, we can get a directory going so that they can just come there and have a directory. It'll be like a creative directory for people that they can find. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
interesting. Yeah. So explain that some more to me. So go ahead. I'm trying to.
So like, say for example, you want to do a video shoot or something like that, but you need maybe a videographer or you need some models or something like that. We have a creative directory where we can have an aspect where you can reach out, you looking for models. We have models that we have certain people there that's listed with their credentials and their information, and you can contact them to do what you need to do for whatever. Not similar to the temp agency, similar to what, another thing that we're doing with the mobile bartending. We also doing a temp agency with bartenders too. So similar to that, but in the creative aspect. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. No, that's very smart, because a lot of times, especially when people come from out of town, everybody want to come to Atlanta and do something.
Yeah.
But when they get here, they don't know where to go. They don't know nobody and don't know what to do. So that'll be dope. We got a guide that they can just look at and get all the numbers they want, information they need. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah. So let me ask you about your printing. Is that separate from the clothing? Like, so if somebody want to come to you, they can get their stuff printed as well, right?
Yeah. No, we print for other brands too. We print our own brand, but we also print for other brands. That's completely separate in general, but it's still all under one umbrella. So everybody can come, they can get whatever they need for their brands, whether it be stickers, whether it be, and you might not even just need printing. You might need, promo pictures or something like that.
Gotcha.
We can do all of that. We want to be able to kind of be like a creative cultivating company. So we can help brands kind of create what they need, whether it be merchandise, whether it be, videos, promo for Instagram or whatever. so that they can use that for their brands.
Got you. No, that's a positive thing right there. So you got that, and then you combine. Hold on. So let me say this. So what you saying is you printing your own clothes up.
Mm-hmm. I print my own stuff.
Got you. See, a lot of people aren't doing that. You know, they're sending it out to other companies, and they're waiting on their shipment to come in. So you oversee your project from the start to the end.
Yeah, I mean, why not cut out the middleman? You know, and at the end of the day, you can have people. A lot of people are cutting out the middleman to save time, but at the end of the day, I want to make sure that my quality stays the same. And
Gotcha.
then they paying a higher cost to have somebody print their stuff, which they may be able to get out more stuff, but I make all the profit.
Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the difference between, you know, and it really all depends on what you want for your business. Everybody may, you know, you might not want to dedicate your time to that. You might want to just pay somebody to do that. But it all depends on what you want and what's going to work for you. That's what works for me. You know what I mean? And I mean, I know you asked me before, you asked me what did I want people to, I guess what did Cre8 I want people to be recognized for, like when they wear it, you know, stuff like that. I mean, it stands for literally creating your reality every day, 8 days a week. I say 8 days a week because we work 25/8. It's no 24/7. Won't stop. It's going to keep going all the time.
Got you.
Boom. So if we creating our reality, that's what we started doing from the jump. Like we created this from the bottom, and then we created this and turned this into, you know, what it is now with the help of, you know what I'm saying, people like you, your sister, you know what I'm saying, all that, you know,
Gotcha.
good people with family. Like, so that's what we did, and that's what I want people to do when they wear this brand. I want them to be able to wear this brand and be like, you know, I'm a creator of my reality. You'll see that hashtag all the time, create my reality every day, or create your reality. You'll see that all the time because that's what we do every day.
Tell them how to spell it, because I don't want them to think, you know, it's just like create, you know, because I know you got a unique spelling to it.
Yeah, no, it's CRE and then the number 8. So it's CRE8 YOUR reality. So that's hashtag CRE8 YOUR reality. And then of course the Instagram is at Cre8. I just changed the name to go with putting everything into an umbrella. So it's Cre8 reality _ co. So it's CRE8 REALITY _ CO.
Actually, I think we got it, because I did look it up to
Oh, you
make
did?
sure I
Hey.
put it on there. You know, I'm all about promoting.
Hey,
So,
that's what's up.
yeah. So, you know, me, I had to have the privilege to see a lot of your stuff, you know, and, you know, a lot of your stuff is real colorful.
Yeah.
You know, I know you like to use a lot of colors. Why you use colors like that? You want it to
'Cause,
pop, or,
man,
you know?
I like the pop. Everybody wear black, you know, but
Got you.
just something different and something to kind of catch the eye. And then also something to kind of, you know, you stand out a little bit. You standing out in the
Yeah.
crowd. And then we got options. I could do black and white. I mean,
Yeah.
if you want.
Yeah. No, you know, I just, you know, when I see it, you know, and you're right, it do stand out. But yeah, you got a lot of nice stuff, you know, from hats to shirts to hoodies. You know, what you got new coming out?
Man, so we got some shorts coming out. I'm also working on getting some flip-flops coming out, and I'm also working on of course I love hoodies, so we always gonna have hoodies, hoodie shirts, hoodie everything's. But also working on some pajamas and some other stuff. So it's coming. I know you seen the blankets. I want the blankets to come too.
Got you. No, I didn't
But
see the blankets.
I had a blanket online. I took it a minute ago, but I didn't ever put it out. But it's a blanket that I want to come out too. Just something different. I want to have all different kinds of products, because it's not just going to be apparel. I want it to be like a brand. So I want us to have more than just clothing. And then everything that I'm giving you in a brand, I can print for you in my company. You know what I mean? So you get both. You can see what it is that I can offer you as a customer for a product, or you can see something that I'm offering to you, you know, in terms of a printing product, so to speak.
That's dope. That's dope. I like that. So let's bag it up for a minute. Talk to me about Bay.
Okay.
Business,
And entrepreneurship.
business and entrepreneurship. BA. Okay, got you. All right. Talk to me about that. What's your goal with that?
So with coming out with brands, it's like fun. You know, there's so many things that you want to say with t-shirts. I love t-shirts. Putting stuff on a shirt is like the easiest thing. You can just make something cool, go out the house, you know, and it's just different. It's yours, it's unique. And Bay is another brand that it kind of is gonna look like, how do I say it? It's gonna look like something that's modern. It's gonna look like something. It's gonna have a heart. So it's gonna be like a bay. You know, everything that's gonna have to do with love, right?
Gotcha.
But it's the love of your business and your entrepreneurship. So everybody think we talking love, but we talking love of business.
Gotcha.
You know, and love of that. So just something to kind of play off of that, but then give you something that, you know, is gonna give you everything that you need. So I want to offer business type products with that, maybe like mouse pads and stuff like that. Everything you need in terms of your business, we will offer with that brand.
Got you. So kind of like supplies for the businesses
Right.
and business or whatever else that you want to do. Would those supplies still come? There'll be the logo will be Bay on there, but would it be still under Cre8 Apparel or Create?
Yeah, I mean,
brand?
and then you'll still be able. These are also supplies that if you wanted to get that for your personal brand, you can still do that. So I can print these for whatever it is in
Got
general.
you. So how will someone get in contact with you to
Instagram.
get their stuff? Instagram.
Yeah.
Instagram. So just DM her.
Just DM me.
Again, we're going to put up her Instagram handle for y'all to find her.
And email, of course.
And email. What's your email?
My email is cre8apparel@gmail.com. That's CRE8 apparel@gmail.com.
Got you. So this is a hustler's mindset. You know, we do talk a lot about how to get money and businesses and teach other people how to, you know, do what they need to do, you know. But I want to ask you, what is your vision? What's your goal? Where do you see yourself, you know, being in the next 3 years or 5 years?
In the next 3 to 5 years, I definitely plan on doing this full time by then. At that point,
Gotcha.
it's been a long time getting, you know, to where I am. So I've been working towards getting to the point of in 3 to 5 years being at a place to where I don't have to do what I'm doing right now. So that's what I'm doing today. So I don't have to worry about the next 3 to 5 years.
Got you. So I know you got a lot of people that, you know, support you and, you know, behind you on your brand. Like you got, you know, you were saying your cousin Suave that does the photography and stuff like that. But a lot of the shoots that I see you do are real unique. You know, is that his thoughts behind that or is it yours?
So it's both of us. He started doing the shoots in general in the beginning. And that it was at a time, of course, life happens in the midst of doing things when you have your businesses and stuff. He had to kind of step away. So he taught me some things while he was doing that. And I kind of stepped up and I taken over in terms of doing the photography since he hasn't been there. So it's either me or him. There's nobody else.
Got you. That's what it's about. Let me ask you, did you bring anything to show the people?
So listen, don't get mad. I didn't bring anything to show the people. And don't kill me because what I'm going to do, I'm getting everybody's sizes and I'm going to send everybody a care package that's here, that's involved in this. So that's going to be pretty cool. So that's what I'm going to do.
Okay, because I wanted people to see how dope your clothes really are, though.
I wore this, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's yours right there.
Yeah, this
I
is
like
mine
that.
right here. This is not even out yet.
Yeah.
But it's just something just to show, you know, the printing, the texture and stuff like that, the different medias and stuff that we use, like holographic. This is also, it's called puff print. It's called 3D puff print. I primarily, I print with like vinyl, but we can do all forms of printing, like whether it's screen printing, vinyl, DTG, sublimation, all of that stuff.
Gotcha.
So, you know, I like to mix mass medias on shirts to give them more appeal.
Got you. Yeah, see, you're talking some of the language I don't even know. You know,
Yeah, I'm getting excited now.
Yeah, no, I don't know too much about printing per se, you know, but I know I see you doing a lot of stuff that a lot of people aren't doing, you know, so, you know, that's why I want to bring it up, you know. But while we're talking, I did bring you something.
You brought,
Yeah, most definitely, you know,
oh.
because you are a hustler, so we got to look out for you.
Oh, that's
you know.
lit.
I'm going to give you
I
that bag,
appreciate
too, because
that.
that is white.
Yeah,
you know.
I want that bag.
Hold that up for the camera. Let them see what you got there, you know.
This joint lit. I like it. I like that.
Yeah, you know, even though it's white and black, we got to get you some colors.
Ain't nothing wrong with the white and black, though. You know,
Ones
it's gonna
with the
be
color,
when I wear
you
my
know.
white and black. You know.
You know, I wear a lot of white and black and dark colors and stuff.
Yeah.
I got to start wearing more bright colors, you know.
But you know what? That come with your energy. Like when you right now you getting your stuff together, you know, with everything you on your hustle and everything. But like when your energy get right and then you start to feel good and everything, you be wanting to put on colors and everything. It start to make you feel better. Whatever.
Got you. So let me ask you, do you promote a lot of your stuff back home in Philly and on the East Coast as well?
So I did a show at Christiana Mall at the Villa out there. It's like a partner with DTLR. We did a show out there at the mall, and that's a lot of people who they found out about my brand, and of course some people they know about my brand up there in general. But that pop-up shop was like a real big one. So me doing that enabled a lot of people to come up there, and we definitely sold out. Like that day was a good day. That was a great day.
Gotcha.
So we were able to expand with that. And I mean, in general, we ship everywhere all over the U.S. So we've shipped to several states all over the United States. We've even shipped internationally as well. So, I mean, I'm trying to expand, and I want to be able, my next thing I want to do, all right, I want to be able to do cryptocurrency. So I want to be able to accept cryptocurrency at the store. If I can do that, then it'll be lit.
Got you. So, what make you want to go that route with it?
With crypto, it's just an easier form to be able to, you know, transfer the currency and pay. You know, if I can ensure that I can get the payment in seconds versus me having to wait 3 to 5 business days for a transaction fee or something like that to go through, I would rather that.
Got you.
Because even, for example, if somebody goes and they order something off the site, they may order it off the site, but when you go through the providers that you have, like Shop Pay or something like that, it's going to be a transaction period. So the transaction might not clear for 2 to 3 business days.
Got you.
I would prefer to get my bread instantly.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
No, I'm with you on that. See, you know, that's how Hustler thinks. They always thinking about how to get to the money a lot faster, you know. Yeah. So, you know, that's cool. So let me ask you, Philly, how you know, how are they perceiving your brand out that way? You know, I know in Atlanta they dress a lot different than they do in Philly, you know, East Coast and the South, you know. So how they feeling it out there?
I mean, it's really... It's all good feelings everywhere. I guess that's what I would say. I had an artist out there. His name was Rob. What is his name? Rob Stowe. He wore our stuff in one of his articles when he went to Flint, Michigan. When they were dropping off stuff with the water out there. They did a documentary out there. Yeah. And then he shot a video with my stuff on as well. So I mean, it's been perceived everywhere. Like it's been. Especially up north, because I do a lot of hoodies. I do a lot of winter stuff. That's what we first started with. So it's always cold up there. Everybody want hoodies all times of the year. So I was making bigger sales up there than I was down here, unless we were doing a pop-up shop. Because people want hoodies, you know what I mean? Yeah. Especially in the cold and in the winter and everything like that. They want it up there. Got you.
So yeah, I do know you did a couple pop-up shops here. How did those go? Where was they at?
They did good. I did a pop-up shop with Cinco Day. That's a Cinco Day ATL. They are a really good entertainment group out here, and they were throwing events it's called Cinco Day because it's every 5th of the month. And they were having pop-up shops every 5th of the month, and I would do them, and it's just a big like community event. They were bringing together all kind of artists. It wasn't just people with clothing. It was everybody. They also had performances and stuff like that, spoken word, poetry, artists performing. So if you wanted to come and express your talent on a stage, it wasn't just like you selling something. You could also come and showcase your talent to people too, so they could see you and get to know you, and you could show your brand that way.
That's dope. That's dope. Let me ask you. So, is it any artists that you're working with in Atlanta to get your stuff out, or how you going about? You know.
I mean, well, so initially, we got a lot of our views from the Bankroll Fresh movie. You know what I'm saying? From being in that.
I did see it in there.
Yeah, with you know. Sheena going in there with that in the movie, that was a big thing for us. So we started working with a lot of people from there. I worked with a couple artists when I was just doing photography shoots. In general, we had one artist that we worked with out of Minnesota. We did a show in Minnesota. We drove to Minnesota 19 hours. That was a tough one. But we did.
Y'all drove from here to Minnesota?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a drive.
And we broke down in the snowstorm.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a mean drive right there.
They gave us a milk dud on the car. Yeah, and we did that, and we worked with Thomas Hazen, who wore our stuff for one of his shows that he did when we first started. In the beginning, I think Ludacris, he didn't wear anything with the brand, but he was featured with us or pictured with me when we first came out with the brand. So that was pretty cool. It just enabled me to meet more people, just being in a room with different people and interacting with different people. And you know, music and clothing goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
So I always get artists who want to come to me and they'll say like, hey, you know, I wear your brand or something like that in my video or something like that to promote me or something that I'm doing. So I don't mind doing that. I have a couple of friends in the crib. That's another brand that I do work with.
It's called In the Crib?
It's called In the Crib. I did their video. My homeboy DJ and my other homeboy O, they rap. And I shot their video, and we also, you know, cross-represent each other's brand. They also have a show and stuff that they do as well. Just a podcast where they just talk about just life in general. It's just a funny podcast, and it's real good. And they also do stuff with the kids. They host talent shows and events and stuff for children. That's all in Atlanta. So it's real good. I've been working with them, and one of my favorite brands to work with. Another brand I was working with out here was called Cre8. That was a pizza brand. Tasty TTs, that was a food brand that we worked with. I also worked with a healthcare brand, Sunflower Love, where we developed some labels and stuff like that for. So I work with a bunch of different brands all over the scale.
No, that's a beautiful thing. You're out here hustling. That's what it's about. And I can already see your brand getting much bigger than what it is. Because for one, I've seen it. You know, you got great stuff. It's quality. You know, it don't look cheesy, you know, and that makes a difference right there, you know. Let me ask you, a lot of the stuff that's on there, are you like drawing that first, or how do you go about it?
Yeah, like I even got a sketch pad. I still got it. Most of the first designs I did, I sketched them all first before I actually put them on the computer. But now I got a digital sketch pad. I got one of the little Graphitech things, and I just sketch it graphically on the computer. I still, you know, I'm a doodler. I'm a fidgeter with my hands, so I'm always sketching something.
And so, you paint as well, I know.
I do.
Yes,
I do. I'm dried. I'm rusty.
Yeah. Okay. So, you know, when I see your stuff, I'm like, dang, you know, I know you putting a special. It's just not something that you just threw together. I can look at it and tell, like, you know, it taking a lot of creative thought on a lot of this stuff that you're doing, and it's real unique, and it don't look like nobody else's either.
Yeah, I mean, I want when somebody, you know, gives me an idea or they want something, I want them to be like, okay, if they say I want this picture on a shirt, I'm gonna say, well, how can I take this picture and make this picture better and put it on a shirt for them, versus me just putting the picture on a shirt for them. I'm gonna say, how can I make the picture better for them or make it something that they weren't expecting to get back? You know what I mean?
Making it better.
Yeah, for them. So that I mean, it's a shirt, but you know, this stuff that we remember.
Yeah.
You know, you wear your favorite shirt before you wear anything. When you go wash the laundry, you got a laundry shirt. You know, it's sentimental stuff, so people have an attachment to their clothes. So why not make stuff that lasts instead of just making stuff that's like trash and stuff like that? I don't get that.
Yeah, you know, I think a lot of people just be in it for the moment and not really thinking about the longevity of it and the future. You know, they just trying to make a quick dollar, you know, because that stuff makes a difference. You know, you get a shirt off somebody and next thing you know, you wash it one time and it's a small. Like, man, I done bought a large. What happened, you know?
Right.
So, you know, that do make a difference right there. So, you know, let me ask you back to your vision and your goals of where you see yourself. So you want to turn, and what I'm saying, because you're in the clothing business and you have people like, I should say like Virgil. Mm-hmm. Do you see your brand getting that big, or do you want to keep it affordable, or are you trying to, you know, what are your thoughts behind that? Because I know a lot of that stuff that he got, you know, got a nice price tag on it, you know.
Man, I think whatever brand you have, it should be expandable. So even if I come out on the base floor with my brand, I can have another aspect of the brand that can drop, and I can make it as expensive as Virgil, so we can make it exclusive.
So you got the exclusive stuff and you got the affordable stuff.
Right. You know, I mean, most people, they do a brand, to make a quick buck, but in 5 to 10 years, where's your brand going to be? You know, do you have something that you can expand on or something that can grow from that, or is it just something that's just going to be t-shirts and hoodies or something, or do you want to make it just bigger than that? You know, it's not just clothing for me, so the buck don't really stop there, you know what I mean? So I want to do more than that, and I see myself like with the brand just expanding into so many different aspects. And that was the thing about it. I asked myself when I started the brand, like, so what if we can't even do clothes no more, then what? You know, and then you want to be able to do something else, so you have to be able to adapt in whatever field that you in.
Gotcha. Well, you know, speaking of Virgil, something I really recently found out that I really didn't know is that he don't even own the brand.
Oh, a lot of people don't be owning their brands.
You know, but he maintained creative control.
Yeah.
You know, but I feel like that's all right, because you got to make a business move at a certain time, you know. So if somebody's
Absolutely.
willing to cut the check to take you to another level, and you still can keep that creative control over, so you can make sure the quality's still right, you know,
Then that's good.
That's good. You know, do you see yourself doing something like that?
Absolutely. Once it gets to that point, because I mean, I have other business ventures that I want to get into, and this isn't something that I just want to stick to. I definitely enjoy making clothes and stuff like that and printing for people, but I also have other things that I want to do. I like me being a creative. I like to try and learn new things. I want to learn a lot of stuff. So, once I kind of feel like, you know, once you master something, it's time to let that go, and then you come to unmaster something else. You know what I mean?
Got you. So when you're saying that, you thinking about focusing more on the project you saying with Bay and all those type of things?
Other projects, I mean, even if I can just be somewhere, I can be like a consultant for other people and their brands, you know what I mean? Helping bringing brands to the forefront, just being a point of contact for people who even want to go in that direction. Because I feel like I said, if you could start one brand, you could start a bunch of them.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, if I could be somebody that somebody can come to, like, hey, you know, I have a few ideas I want to come to, help them bring that and cultivate, you know, the next Virgil or something like that, then why not?
Got you. Yeah, you know, that's what it's about. You know, I keep it moving. I got a lot of things going on myself, so I definitely understand. And that's what it's about. You know, again, let them know where they can find you. You know, Facebook, Instagram, wherever,
Definitely.
you know.
I'm on Facebook, Instagram. I'm on Twitter. On Twitter, we are Cre8 Apparel still. On Facebook, it is Creating Reality _co. Same thing for Instagram, Creating Reality _co. And on that page, if you need to find a website, it is a flow page. It's a link under my Instagram for a flow page, and that'll link you to everything. We had the article for when we were in the ATL interview, and we have the website. We have basically all the information where you can contact us, email us, or whatever you need to do. From the Cre8 page, you can contact us directly from there. You can hit the email button just to DM us, or DM us directly. Whichever one. Same thing with Facebook, same thing with Twitter. We're on Alignable. I'm on LinkedIn. And YouTube.
So she should be able, you should be able to find her. You know, she got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of social media. That's what it's about, you know. And a lot of people don't know LinkedIn is a good spot to be on, because you know, everybody's on there for the same thing, business, you know. A lot of times Facebook, I feel like Facebook's not a good place for business, even though I be on there and I post a lot of stuff. But I feel like Instagram is a much better place for that, you know, versus Facebook.
Well, like, so with Instagram, like before I had a website, I had an Instagram. And I was making sales off of Instagram.
See, that's what I'm saying.
You see what I'm saying? So Instagram is real lucrative. Facebook is cool, but, you know, I like to keep my Facebook for, like, family.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that sort of thing. But, like, LinkedIn, they switched the way LinkedIn works now. It actually works so much better. It works like a Facebook, so to speak, because it wasn't like that at first.
Gotcha.
But now it works much better, and it's a much better platform for you to use and to meet other professionals that are trying to do what you're trying to do, or just like-minded individuals. You know what I'm saying? So I like LinkedIn.
Yeah, see, I got to get back on there. I had an old one, because the way it used to be so boring, you know.
It did.
I just left it alone. But now that you're telling me that, I will be getting that back up and going, you know, because I got to promote, you know, any kind of way I can, you know. Yeah, that's what it's about. So glad you can come out with us today. I know we started a little bit late.
Yeah.
But, you know, I want to get you on here because you're doing a lot of positive stuff. You're making a lot of moves out here. And, you know, like I tell people, it's not always about bringing somebody on that's already doing super great stuff and got $1 million and all this other stuff. It's about bringing the people up that's out here making moves, that's, you know, trying to make it happen for themselves, you know, because there's a lot of people out there still looking to figure out what they can do and how they can go about it, you know, and that's what I do this show for right here, you know, to put people in the right mindset, you know. It's one thing to have an entrepreneur mindset, you know, but I feel like you need to have a hustler's mindset because, you know, that hustle is going to get you where you need to go. You know, you got to go hard at it, you know, and that's what you've been doing, you know. So I said, let me get Benz up in here and let her talk to the world and let them know what she got going on because the world need to know, you know.
I appreciate you having me. Thank you so
and
much.
This is the home of the hustler, so you in the house.
I appreciate it. This is very nice, man. I appreciate y'all having me and just even the opportunity. I think the biggest thing is remaining humble through everything that you're doing.
Yeah, and you've been knowing me. You know, this is something new to me, the whole podcast thing. I've been in the music business and doing all that type of stuff, but the podcast is something new. Different. But, you know, at the same time, I already know what I'm going to do and what I got vision, you know.
You killing it, though.
Everybody better, you know, wake up because I'm coming, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you killing
I plan on taking over, you know, and that's just what we're going to do, you know. So, again, we got Benz in the house, Cre8 Apparel, Cre8.
Yep, number 8, the number 8.
The number 8, reality. Because it's about creating reality.
Yes,
you know?
So it's Cre8 Reality Co. We are a lifestyle company. So everything that you see is a lifestyle. You'll hear all of that. And, you know, like the hashtag I told y'all, create your reality every day. Boom.
Boom. Every day. And this is your boy, I am Che. This is a hustler's mindset. Again, you in the home of the hustlers. And we out.